Hello, Gary Champion, Psychic Medium once again. Try to get my thoughts together. I have a few announcements. December the 5th, free readings, 2 o'clock Central Time, USA. Not sure I'm going to do any more free healings. They turn into a circus, people wanting readings instead of healings. Not enough people showed up, which may be my fault because I didn't do a video announcing it, but then I can't remember everything. The very thing that makes your life unique also is kind of one of those things that doesn't make it so. Like you can't remember anything. So if you're a medium, you know what I'm talking about. December 5th, free readings, 2 o'clock Central Standard Time, USA. That's it for December. Then I've got a couple of classes. February 13th, I have a brand new class. 2 o'clock Central Standard Time, USA. Psychic Medium Development. It's a class I've been wanting to give for a long time, and just never occurred to me that I should or could or whatever, because it's complex. I decided that in a Skype forum, I have a visual thing with my guides. I don't know how you work with yours, but if I'm in a restaurant and I stare at somebody, the information comes. I don't have to ask for it because we worked this out many years ago. How were they supposed to know who I wanted to work with? So just a visual thing. They see what I see. All I have to do is look at someone. And I gave a stand-up class for years, 20 years, where I would look at people in the crowd, and I walk into the crowd and read people. And I'm developing as a psychic medium. Just psychic medium development class. And I should be able to stare at you on the Skype screen and give you something that you need to be working on as a psychic medium. And a way to work on it. In other words, it's easy to say, paint that house green, but how do you paint it? How are you going to paint it? So something in your development that you need to be working on and how to go about it. So we're going to do a lot of that. And it's an intimate class. I doubt that any of you will know each other, but it's revealing. Other people will be able to see what you need to be working on. You'll be able to see what they need to be working on. And some mentoring sort of a thing. On my website, you can buy a mentoring class if you want to just get mentoring as a psychic medium. It's available on there. This is a class with a lot of people in it, hopefully a lot of people. 2 parts. One part is I will read you, tell you what you need to be working on it and how to go about it. And as I run through people, a lot of questions will come up. It's sort of a Gabby kind of a class. Then at some point, voluntary of course, you'll get the opportunity to pick somebody in the group to read. Kind of interesting, huh? And that part's purely voluntary. Here's the thing, psychic mediums are easy to read. They're not difficult. Their brains are on the same wavelength as yours. Everybody in the class will be working on being a psychic medium. And it's just easy to read psychic mediums. As a psychic medium, it's easy to read another psychic medium. They don't block things. They're open. They have an open valve. So first part is where you're kind of going wrong, where you've hit a roadblock, what you need to be working on, and how to do it. The second part is you get an opportunity to read other people within the class. It's a class with no time limit. I couldn't say an hour. I couldn't say 2 hours. I have no idea how long it'll go. But I don't think anybody offers a class like that. I don't think anybody ever has. I've not seen it. Of course, I don't go looking for stuff like that. And the interesting thing about the class is all mediums are working on something. I'm working on something. I'm adding a couple of things together. hopefully at some point go back out on the road when COVID dies down a little better. But combining reading people in an audience with healing. That's, I can tell when someone has an illness or a problem, so it won't be for everybody, but certain people in the audience will need a treatment of some sort, and I can step up and do some healing work while reading people. Anyway, so I'm working on something. I have this thing I want to put together. Everybody's working on some aspect of how good they are. If you're not, you're missing the boat, because you can improve. I'm always improving. I'm always working on what the next thing is. So this is a class for those who are maybe stuck and want to move along down the road. And since I've been down the road for the last 60 some odd years, I know it intimately. And then another class, and that's February 13th, 2 o'clock Central Standard Time, and it's available on the website to purchase. March 13th, I'm bringing the self-healing class back. And through the year, I have 4 or 5 classes that you've not seen. One's improving your intuition, and one is manifesting, and they're all the same. They'll have interesting parts to them. So manifesting is a tool you need if you're anybody. And I've been a successful manifester for quite a while. It took a long time to figure it out. It didn't just happen. And the first time I manifested something, it was something I definitely didn't want. It was just like purely accidental. And I figured out what was going on, the dynamic of manifesting. So I have that class to teach, and other things. There's I don't know, 5 or 6 classes. But the first of the year, Psychic Medium Development, I think that's a good class. And March 13th, Self-Healing class. They're all of them 2 o'clock Central Standard Time, USA. I'm going to do the free readings, but probably I'm going to not do free healings for a while until I can maybe find a different way of doing it or something. See, I'm always working on something. If you want to be a psychic medium, this is how you do it. You sit and think a lot. What should I be doing? Where am I going? Anyway, and I don't know where I'm going. And I know where I want to go, and usually I get there. Nothing's guaranteed. Today's little video is a story about the long road home, which I think is what I'm doing. And I think we're all doing it, we're just not really aware of it. Life is long for some, short for others, but this is not home. Those of you who think you belong here, you're wrong. This is not where we're from. We're spiritual in nature, without bodies, without hidden thoughts. I know hidden thoughts as a spirit. Which is why people who are advanced, who are psychic mediums, I'm calling us advanced people, know so much. That you can't hold something from me. If I read you can't hide something, some thought or deed or something from me. And in the future, when you pass and go to the other side, that's true for everybody. And this is not our home. I don't know if anybody's ever said that before. I think I've said it multiple times. This is where we learn. This is where we develop. This is where we evolve. And it's not just Earth, there are other planets. Ooh, shocking idea. We don't all look the same, but the spirit is the same. People on another planet might have 8 arms, or 6, or 2, or 1, and 6 legs, and what people look like is not important as the spirit inside. We're all the same. I don't know how we are, but I've had many conversations with spirits on the other side. Not many, but I've had quite a few where that's what's discussed. So we're here to learn and grow and evolve and become the best we can be Some people really do well, and other people tend to get stuck with this. This is all they can see. Do not maybe take that away, and you can see into the future. You can project your thoughts out there. You can manifest things in the future. You can make your life be what you want it to be. Instead, we work 5 days, get drunk on Friday night, and sleep it off on Saturday. There's no future in that. Well, there is a future, but it's not an evolutionary future. It's a remain static future. We pass to the other side. We evolve again. We become spirits again, which we once were. We, at some point, go our own ways, and our memories of being here go away. For instance, I know, I've been told, and they're never wrong, that when I come back again, there won't be anybody alive that knew me. The world will be completely different, which is why people don't reincarnate in 6 weeks. I want to be Queen Elizabeth. She just died, or I want to, I'm so and so, some famous actors. I'm the Sheik of whatever. This doesn't happen. Sorry. Just because you think it and dream it and want it doesn't mean it is. You may be Joe the bartender. But nothing will be the same when I come back. I'll have no frame of reference as a spirit as to what to do. I'll be born into it a blank. We're all born a blank. And then as I go through life, I'll acquire things that allow me to evolve as a human being and start over. But it's temporary. 100 years is a short period of time. For a spirit who may be thousands, hell, I don't know how, a million years old. We're always evolving. Some of us just keep repeating the same crap. We don't get, it's the same thing. Drudgery at work, bad marriage, children that don't appreciate you. Where if you come back and do it right, there's a lot of chances you can evolve. Become self-aware. Become aware of others. Look into the future and what it is you want. Manifest the life that you want. Anybody can do it. It's not something launching a spaceship to the moon. It's thoughts are very powerful things. How you go about it. So you can live a life that's really, really nice or one that's really, really crappy, depending on you. Spirit's born blank. Doesn't retain very little of what it once was. There are some things that are there. I don't think a basic spirit changes really, which is why we tend to go round and round, unless you evolve. If you evolve, the spirit changes fundamentally. So, long road home. This is not home. This is where we learn and grow and evolve. We take that information and the knowledge that we have to the other side, we share it, we pass it on as a collective. It's an interesting thought, isn't it? Anyway, that's the one that I've had on my mind all morning. How to help you evolve by offering classes that are not for everybody. Manifesting is for everybody. Increasing your intuitive ability is for everybody. Self-healing is for everybody. But psychic medium development's for those who feel the need. And we're all spiritual beings capable of being psychic mediums. The problem is you have impediments in the way. I wasn't born a medium. I was created. It happened. It was triggered in me by my grandmother dying. So anything can trigger it, and you can be old and be triggered to be a medium. Maybe you have never been one before. no interest or desire in doing it, and all of a sudden there it is. It's like healing for me. I was triggered as a medium when I was 6, but I've done this whole life doing that. And all of a sudden one day I'm watching a video and my hands get hot, and all of a sudden, bang, I'm a healer. It works pretty well too. So at my age, my old age, I've been triggered to be a healer. So my evolution is to combine the two, psychic medium healing. That's the idea. Yours may be that you just want to find a decent partner. Maybe how you evolve has to do with your intuition or manifesting. But these classes that's what they're for. Because when I help you evolve, I evolve. I'm not in a rowboat out in a pond by myself. I'm just not. There's a lot of other people in little rowboats or bubbles. I saw that when I took a trip to the other side once, and everybody's in a little energy bubble. Don't want to get into that. But I'm not in it alone. We're all sort of together, as it should be. And if I help you, it helps me evolve. I see maybe something I can do better. Teaching one class will lead to another one being better or different or adding something or this is where we evolve. I'm evolving. I'm trying to help you evolve if I can. Try not to think of what's right in front of you. Try to think of what's coming, what should be. What do you want to happen? And all these classes are for that. I'm not sure what the name of all the classes are. We've written them down somewhere. If I have them, I don't know where they are. That's part of being a medium. You know you've done something, but your brain's too spacey to pull it out. Anyway, the long road home, sometimes it takes your whole life to figure out what you are, and then you are home. Then you pass and go to the other side. Some people never fulfill what their potential is. They can't see it. Or it's too hard. I don't want to do that. That's too hard. I got to think. I got to do something. It's your choice. Life is like that. Someone's always talking about, we got free will. Yeah, but you're not using it. If you want to sit down on the sidewalk and watch the ants go by, good luck with you. I'm trying to evolve. I want to be the maximum person I can be, whatever that is. I don't think I've achieved it yet. But I want to be the best that I can be. And my job is helping people. So I need to be the best I can be at helping people. And the trip is yours. The classes are merely a way of me helping you evolve into something maybe that you're not. Or maybe that you're something you're struggling to become. Something you would like to happen. And you don't need to take my classes. I mean, I'm sure there's other people offering things that'll work. It's not just me. I'm not aware of anybody teaching a class like that. I don't look things like that up. Self-healing class, I'm sure there's a bunch of those. Which is a way to evolve. If you're feeling sick, if you're old, if you have physical ailments and mental issues, works great for that. That may be your class, some way to get from A to B. This thing about self-healing, it's not a big deal if you're 20. Everything's running pretty good. 40 a little worse, 50 a little worse, 60 things begin to come home. You have to be a certain age for, and I'll tell you my routine for self-healing. It's been interesting as it's evolved. I used to just sit here and do it, put some music on, and that's not what I'm doing now. I do it in the morning when I'm still in bed. I'm laying down, I'm comfortable, I'm on my back, I'm awake, but just barely. And my hands seem to find the place that needs the most healing. And I go through a routine, healing all those points. I get up, shower, shave, and come in and make silly videos for you, which I hope are helpful. Sometimes we need help evolving. Is all I'm saying. Sometimes I didn't get any help evolving. My grandmother, the biggest teacher for me, and I only knew her a short period of time. A few years, maybe a few weeks. Maybe I saw her a month in my whole life, but it was profound. And I think she was helping me without knowing she was helping me. It's just the way it is sometimes. I was up the road the other day talking to a neighbor about rose bushes. And very few people in the neighborhood know I do what I do. And I mentioned something about being a farmer. And he said, I want to be a farmer. So why not be a farmer? What's holding you back? Sometimes that leads to an evolution in his life. Maybe all he needed was someone to recognize that he could be a farmer. Maybe that's all it is. Anyway, sometimes we help people without knowing we're helping people. Sometimes we do it on purpose, which is usually what I do. Anyway, the long road home sometimes is roundabout. Sometimes you do everything in the world and then finally come to it. Why? I don't know, but sometimes that's it. It's like you're eliminating things. You're an architect. You're a ditch digger. I've done a lot of strange things. I've dug ditches. I've worked in fast food. I've done all kinds of jobs. And sometimes you're just eliminating those. You experience them, you store it away, and you move on. And you're roundabout. And then you find, oh, I really just want to be in the Navy. You find your place. That's evolution. Takes a long time sometimes. That's the thing. I knew I was a psychic medium at 6. I just didn't know what to do with it. And the rest of the world didn't either. They didn't have psychic fairs or the internet or cell phones or anything. So it was hard to imagine doing that as a living. But eventually the world came around, and that's what I do. Maybe you just want to raise horses. That's your purpose. Horses are, I think, kind of noble animals. They're goofy. I don't want to get into that. Reading animals is a whole nother video. Anyway, I hope that I've explained the long road home. I hope that I've explained why the classes are being given or not being given. I hope that I can help you evolve and make your life have more meaning and substance and a direction. Because whether you know it or not, your direction is home. You come from home, you come to here. It's a long road home. That's where you're going. That's your direction, whether you know it or not. You can be lost. You can know exactly what you're doing. You can have a short life. You can have a long life. But that's where you're going. Your direction is home. No fear, no regret, no anger. Thanks for watching.